All right. Good evening, guys. This is Pup TT3 here, and today we're basically going to talk about what fast fashion means versus what sustainable and slow fashion means, right? So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think?
Uh,
What do you guys think, boys?
Fashion. I don't know. In my mind, it's very black and white. Like
Okay.
fast fashion is bad. It's like to me, that's just how it registers in my head. And like sustainable fashion is good. But like I don't know. I feel like I could expand more on my understanding of those two things.
Yeah.
Because fast fashion is fucking terrible, right? But
Mm-hmm.
then it also creates worlds like Kantamanto here in Accra,
All right. Do you want
where
to explain what it is for the people that don't know about that?
So, all right, it should come up later in the conversation, but let me just like brush on it. So, Kantamanto is apparently is like the world's largest, um, I think storage. Well, they call it a dump, but it's
Yeah.
really not. It's actually a market, but it's essentially the world's largest dump, quote unquote, of fast fashion goods and secondhand clothing. And from that, there's a whole ecosystem around it. There's the whole store, like, I'm sorry, the whole market that's there. There's a new trend that's coming up as like the thrift trend, right?
Yeah.
Where people will
Yeah.
go there and they find Balenci, they find Rick Owens, they find stuff like all kinds of stuff. And some of these
Are you still here, Joseph?
at Kantamanto, everything is basically just secondhand goods, right? So
Yeah.
people don't really care about what's there. So they sell it at like very cheap prices. And then some of these guys who have like IG brands, they're like tapped into the culture or whatever. They
Yeah.
go there and they get these pieces and they mark up the prices. I mean, I know not like to like retail or anything, but like way higher than they like normally should be because like they clean them up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes actually like retail like it's crazy depending on how rare or I guess coveted the brand might be. They might like mark up the price, and I think that's interesting. It creates business opportunities, but like
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
It's like a
it might
recycling.
not be as
It's
black and
like
white
an
as I think.
ecosystem, basically, just like you said.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And you wouldn't think that would come up like that. Like you
yeah,
didn't think a system like that would be born out of, excess and like,
yeah. And for
yeah,
people that don't know, like Kantamanto is in Ghana, right? Is in Accra,
yeah,
right? It's one of like the
yeah,
big
yeah.
shopping or like market space in Ghana. But yeah, what do I think about it though? I do think I think fast fashion is bad. Yeah, it's bad. But obviously everything got like pros and cons to it, right? Everything
Mm-hmm.
got like pros and cons to it. I think it got some good
Yeah,
to it as well because people can take inspo from something that comes quickly and turn it into like a crazy piece where everyone's gonna love, and that piece could maybe stay longer. Do you get what I mean? Okay, I don't
mm-hmm.
know if you guys get what I mean, but like, let's say there's like a new Zara jeans, right? No one's kind of like seen this design before, and then someone sees it, and then they take inspo from that jeans, right? And not just anyone. Let's say like someone with a huge brand. They take that design and they take that design, but they don't obviously copy everything, but they take inspo from that design and they make something nice out of it, right? And
Yeah,
that design can be like is so good to the point where in 5 years' time, people are still kind of like demanding that person to like drop it again, basically. That's a product of fast fashion.
yeah,
Would you not say that?
yeah. I agree.
Yeah. So it
Yeah.
is bad. It is bad, but it has a little bit of a like a good side to it. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense, but you guys correct me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I feel that, but like, I don't know if design is being inspired by fast fashion is enough of like a
No.
positive to like constitute the amount of damage it has on the environment and like just
That's
genuinely on everything. I don't know. I
Yo,
don't think it's a worthy trade-off.
nah, that's crazy. But okay. But we're in a different world now, guys. Like we're in a completely different world, guys. Because the thing is, you don't know who's watching, and we're in a space where people taking designs quite easily. Like for an example, remember Clint dropped he dropped the owner of Cortez, like he done like a crazy thing on IG where people were basically just putting in designs. If you guys remember that, do you know what I mean? People were
Yeah,
putting
he did
in
like
Yeah,
the
designs
Twitter
and all of that.
competition.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on Twitter, yeah, there we go. People were putting in designs or whatever, right? People that were putting in these designs, right? Some of them were clothing brand owners as well. You could,
yeah,
that's
you could,
crazy.
yeah, you could consider these guys a product of fast fashion as well, because a lot of these guys don't really know anything about fashion. Plus, you don't have to know anything about fashion to make clothes or design clothes, I believe. But some people are just in it for the money. Those people could be in it for the money, right? And then and then I don't know. I don't know if this makes sense. Those people are in it for the money, right? They design something, right? And then they send it to obviously the owner Cortez, right? And then he's taking inspo from these designs for his latest drops. Are these not
yeah.
product, are these not products of so is that job not inspired by fast fashion?
Yeah.
I don't know if it
You
makes
know,
sense.
you know what's funny? I saw a
Yeah.
TikTok where they were like, the next in the next like 15 to 20 years,
Yeah.
the whole like secondhand market is just going to be trash, like screen printed,
Yeah.
like hoodies, and like, and I was like, bro, what the hell? So that means like Tantamount is just going to be like everybody's brand that they started when they were like 15, that just sold like 5 pieces and then they just
Did you
stopped. And
say, that's
like it's
crazy.
crazy,
That makes sense. That's a crazy point here because till this day, right, people are still finding some like old Margiela pieces, like, but just like you said, in 20 years' time, these pieces are not gonna exist anymore.
right?
In
It's
20 years'
like
time, these pieces
our, our kids will go thrifting and find like someone's brand, like
they
I love
started.
MILFs or something like. Yeah,
Like someone's brand that they started and then they just didn't want to continue anymore, basically. And
yeah,
they had
or like
people.
it failed.
You know what?
I
That's
don't think
that's
it's just gonna
crazy.
be that
It'll
though.
just be failed
You think?
brands,
But obviously, there's gonna be like Supreme, like
No, no, trust us. It's gonna be like like bunch of shit from Shein.
That's what you
Like think
think.
about it. Think about it, bro. The volume that people are buying from these companies, and it's so cheap. You can buy like I don't know, like a pair of shorts for like 83p.
True.
Imagine if that's what's filling the shelves in like thrift stores. I mean, we already don't have like thrift culture like that here in the UK.
We don't. We
Um,
don't.
we don't.
In
But
London,
imagine
the
like
only
it's only gonna go for the
that's
worse.
kind
in
of sad.
yeah, in London, the only
You
place
guys
you
pay
can
full
really
price for everything,
Not
basically, I
full
mean,
price. I mean, we still
you
got like Vinted and
bro,
Depop, but like
you're
we don't have
paying
thrift culture like that.
you're paying 80
uh
pounds for a reworked Carhartt bomber jacket. Is
what?
that
Yeah,
crazy? You're paying 80 pounds for a reworked Carhartt jacket. And obviously I'm not saying it's not
bonkers, man.
it's reworked. Do you get what I mean? Like they cut pieces and
Yeah,
they join them up together. Like it is original, but like it's reworked. You get it's not the actual made, it's not actually made like it's been refurbished, whatever, yeah. But it's like what Madani said is true. You're not really finding, maybe the only thing you're finding is like a football kit. The only thing you
Yeah, I
find
mean,
is like a football kit. But Vinted and
yeah,
Depop does come in clutch with that. But what
yeah,
Joseph said is a very
that's
good
fair.
point. This is a very good point because in 20 years' time, I don't think
Yeah,
even seeing a Supreme shirt, like a Supreme shirt would be hard.
like
Like a
that would be
vintage
like
Supreme shirt would be hard.
a very rare find.
Yeah. But
Wait,
don't
to be fair though, like in Cantomanto, like you go there and it's like most of the stuff isn't really, or isn't it is it's not all like hard stuff. It's a lot of trash. Like I don't like to.
yeah,
So a lot of the time, I feel like these brands are actually justified on IG when they mark up the prices because it's difficult to find those pieces.
But do you think is it
yeah,
do you really okay, cool. Joseph, let me ask you a quick question, right? Let's say like a
Yeah,
crazy, like a old ass Rick Owens Vans just pops up in Canada, right?
yeah.
How much would they sell it for?
So at the place itself, they
Okay,
usually just have a standard price for shoes. So in
okay.
Cantomanto, it'd probably be like I mean, now because of like inflation, like prices and the economy is bad and stuff. So before it would go for like maybe like 100 cities, 120 cities, but now
Rates.
maybe like yeah, cities like not even yeah. So that was back then though, but right now it's probably like 200 cities,
Okay.
250 cities. So that's like 20 $25. But then
Okay.
these guys will like find them, to clean them up, put them like in some nice presentation and like market up to like maybe 400 or like
Okay. Is
300.
it,
So like
and
100, 200 cities on top of that. Yeah.
would you say, is it because these guys don't know what the shoes are worth?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah. The people that are selling them don't really know. Like, they wouldn't care. Like, there's
yeah,
just shoes to them,
yeah,
right?
it's just shoes that they want to clear. They want to make money. Everyone wants to feed a family.
Exactly. And they have a lot of it. They have a lot of stuff they want to sell. So nobody really has time to like,
True,
put
true,
these like,
true,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
true.
mean, Loki, I think they deserve that markup because A, they're going out of their way to like search through a bunch of garbage.
Yeah,
B, they're going out their
Fair.
way to clean it up. C, they're going out their way to put it there. And also, if we're talking about fast fashion, like essentially they're rescuing it from landfill. So
true.
they're doing us a favor,
Yeah,
really.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Recycling,
yeah.
That's true.
recycling,
That's
yeah,
true.
recycling.
Better that
But
somebody gets somewhere out of it. Yeah,
another funny thing.
Yeah,
Since thrifting has become a trend, right?
yeah, it
People
has
got to,
become a
people
trend in
people
Ghana
got
now.
people got hip to the fact that like there's like cool pieces in the trash, right? Now like the
dumpster
so
diving.
like the
Dumpster
rich
diving.
kids in Accra, right? Like they call them like the DBs, right? Basically.
Yeah,
So like a lot of like the DBs have caught on to it. And these people have like expendable income. Like they have more money than the average teenager, I
yeah,
guess, because they're from like rich families and all that.
yeah.
And they've kind of like bought into the whole culture so much that it has kind of become a DB thing. That's kind of become like for the
Cool
rich
to,
kids. Like
yeah,
they
cool
dress
to
they
do
dress up in the
thrifting.
Rick Owens and all these things, and the IG brands, sell. They cater to that market, so because they know they're going to be able to afford it.
Yeah,
Whereas before it was really just like, yo, you're broke, you need some clothes, you need some
yeah.
stuff ASAP. You can't go to the mall. Like you just have some small amount of money and you can go to counter and find something. But now it's like going to counter is like it's trendy now. You guys like
And you know what I
yeah,
was in Joseph? From when I
yeah,
was a kid, right? Kanta was always seemed as like, basically like garbage, basically. Like you only
right.
go
Like
like, but now it's cool to shop from Kanta. Like, yeah, like now
yeah,
everyone wants to
yeah.
be like, I'm going Kanta to get this. I'm going thrifting, basically. I'm trying to look for
Going
trying to look for
thrifting,
this.
yeah.
I'm trying to look for like an old Carhartt piece at Kanta. But back in the day, people look down on you when they say, I want Kanta to get a shirt. I want Kanta to get. Do you get? But
Yeah,
now
Yeah,
you wouldn't
people,
tell anyone.
yeah, yeah, they wouldn't tell anyone, but now it's like it's cool to do that. It's
yeah,
cool to do that, and then that basically changes the whole market because now people in Cantor are gonna start increasing the price of their items, right? Which is fair for them. They deserve it, just like Madonna said, they deserve
yeah,
to do that because they clean, they do whatever they do, basically helping the environment as well. But like it kind of changes the whole purpose of it. Because at the
yeah,
start the purpose was to like get rid of these shoes. I need to feed a family, and now it's like I actually have people that are gonna buy it now. So now I'm setting prices.
Yeah,
Now I'm setting prices, and
yeah.
it's ruining things. It's ruining things.
I think this is actually good. Like if like it's good that our generation has really reframed what it means to buy secondhand. I mean,
hmm
in America, you'd have like a Goodwill, right? And uh I mean you'd buy from there out of necessity, right? Like you
Yeah,
wouldn't like you just need cheap clothes.
yeah.
But now we've reframed it where like yeah, it's kind of a business where like people will go there to like buy secondhand stuff. But like the idea that p people can go out, buy secondhand clothes and not be shamed is good. It's like it's good for everyone.
Of course,
Everybody
but
wins in that situation.
quick
Uh
question though, like, does it not get a
yeah.
bit like? It's not a bit annoying though, like when you see
That's the thing. That's the
when you
thing.
see
But
somebody like
the
Martin the
positives outweigh the
Futures like
negatives.
the crazy colors and they're just wearing it, they're just wearing it because it's vintage. I know you guys get what I mean, but
But
like there's sometimes
there's also the threat of like there's also the threat of like the prices getting too inflated to
I
the point
know.
where it's like
But that will
You
eventually,
know,
that will
like the people
eventually
that
happen
Yeah.
people
though.
can't afford it.
That will
But
I
I
mean,
eventually
don't
that's
think
the
that's going to
negatives
happen.
of the resale market, bro.
yeah,
Like
yeah. But do you
things
guys
happen.
but you guys
Yeah.
get what I mean though? Like,
Yeah.
sometimes you see someone like dressed in like a whole vintage outfit, like just because like I don't know, man. Maybe they literally have no interest. They have no interest in Margiela. They have no interest in and Prada. Just because it's like sometimes it's just because it's affordable. Just because the old stuff is affordable, and then they can't afford the new stuff, and they just buy it.
I have no issues
True.
with that. I'm not gonna lie. Wear what you
Yeah,
want to wear.
no, I have no issues with that. I have no issues with that. I think that's great. I think that's great. But it's like,
But wearing something for the sake of it being vintage is what you're trying to
yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The,
It's a
I don't
weird
know.
flex, I guess.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's weird. It's weird because what I was trying to say is, yeah, like on TikTok recently, I just be seeing people like pop out with like Margiela Futures, but like we know back in, okay, let's say in 2 years ago, right? 2 years ago, when someone wears them, you're literally just gonna get clowned for it.
Yeah.
You're gonna get clowned for it. But now this goes back to Joseph's point anyways. Now it's so cool to wear old shit now, it's so cool to wear old shit. You look so cool when you wear old shit. Just because it's old, just because it's vintage. You don't even have to
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it. You don't even have to like it. Just because it's vintage, it's cool and it's nice.
Do you like the features, by the way?
No.
I don't know how to feel
You
about it, to
don't?
be honest.
Shit. I like them.
No,
I
no,
really
bro.
want a pair of Gats. I really want a pair of
Those
Gats.
are the ones I
Yeah,
like.
Uh,
Gats
I
Gats are
like Gats.
valid.
Gats are
yeah, but
valid, but
Yeah.
like
like
you can't
features,
even get
bro.
Gats like in the secondhand market that are real, bro. Like everybody and
I
their
think
mother is
Gats are
selling fake
going for
ones now.
like Gats are like on flannels for like 700, 500 pounds.
It's ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not paying that price. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, especially because the Gats are like the kind of shoe you just wear like on an everyday thing.
I know, I know, I
Uh,
know,
to get
I know.
ruined.
All right, but guys, what do you think about sustainable fashion now? And I mean, we've talked a little bit about, the fast side. We can talk a little bit more about the sustainable side. Do you
I
guys have
mean,
anything to say about that side?
Uh. Hmm.
I don't know. I think it's good. Like I see a lot of these new designers, especially like in the big design schools, like students. A lot of their like graduate runway shows are around sustainability, and it's good that like the next generation of fashion designers is being educated in a way that like emphasizes an importance on sustainability.
Wait, but
So I
Madani,
think we'll eventually see a shift just because like the industry is so wasteful.
but do you
I
think
feel like
the
enough is not being done. I don't know.
why is that?
Like
Would you
the billionaires, I don't know, they could do something. Like there's too much money.
invest in more schools?
Like yeah, right. I mean, like on the fast fashion, like sorry, on the sustainability aspect.
Yeah, but then on the sustainability aspect, right? It's like
Yeah,
just like Madani said, right? I don't believe you have to go through the traditional side to be a fashion designer, like having to go through a school, getting taught, like, do you get what I mean? Like, I don't
yeah,
believe that's what it is. Because I mean, all the people that go through that side, most of them don't get the jobs anyways. Some of them do get the jobs. They don't have to be the main man in the picture, or whatever, but they still get the job. But it's like I don't like it when it's being pushed as you have to go through this route to get like you have to go through this route to get the job. Like you have to go through this whole traditional side. And if someone on or if when someone don't go through the traditional side to get that job, it's a bit like I don't know. It's a bit unfair because that goes obviously talking about the market being sustainable, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
You don't have to, but like it seems like you have to go through like a whole process, like go through a school, getting taught by people that have been in the game for a long time, basically being groomed, right? Basically being groomed and being taught everything what to do. No,
Sorry, that's a crazy word
being
to
groomed,
use.
right? But as
yeah.
in being told what to do, how the game is run, like what to do
Yeah.
in the kind
Groom.
of like. But when you're like But when you're like someone that's not been someone from ends, someone from ends that just love clothes, that you want to become a designer. When you get in the game, you get treated differently. I don't know if you guys get what I'm trying to say. You get treated differently. And it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
people basically don't rate the work. People basically don't rate the work. And if you do get the job ahead of someone that's supposed to be, supposed to be in line or that's supposedly gone through the whole traditional route.
Yeah. I mean, okay, which designer, which one of your favorite designers hasn't gone to design school? Because it's like every single great designer actually went to design school and like
Eddie Slimane didn't go to design.
I
okay,
don't think
like
Virgil did.
Oh wait,
no,
did he? Wait,
Virgil
hold
went
on.
to school for architecture.
Yeah, he didn't go to.
And
He didn't.
but he used his architecture degree. I'm saying like which one of them didn't? Which one of
Okay,
them
but
didn't get a
like
degree?
architecture degree ain't.
It's akin. It's akin, bro. It's still construction. Like you construct garments. Okay, that's a bit of a stretch, maybe,
Okay,
but
exactly, exactly. I wouldn't. I
uh,
wouldn't say. I wouldn't
but like
say.
Hi. Say to what end there? My name's Arts. So
Yeah.
I joined the call
Yeah,
quite
yeah,
late. I was
yeah.
just listening, but in terms of Virgil and architecture, I mean, you have to remember that also there's something called a multidisciplinary. So
yeah,
he was disciplined in architecture, and he used what he understood from architecture, which is, for example, if you want to talk about sustainability, well, that can be equally as important on the fashion side as it is on the architecture side. So his ability to take the way you can sustainably construct a building, like how Sam Ross and Virgil were talking about, when you think of a garment, think of a house, because it just helps you. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
a garment, you think of what the house would have, what the furniture would have. So if that was his envisionment, and he could use that, then I don't think that it's completely useless to be an architect. Say, okay, I want to do fashion. Like, I don't think it's completely useless. I think it's more or less a benefit. Like going to school and doing something that has your brain working is definitely a benefit. In my opinion.
yeah. No, I feel that for real.
Yeah.
100% agree with that. Uh, like again, back to like the point of a degree. Like, yeah, I don't think it's necessary to have a degree to be a designer, but like it like just like on a statistics level, like every major like designer who we look up to has had a degree in something design related, if not fashion design or fashion communication design. Um like these people are in the industry. It doesn't just happen by accident. But obviously there is outliers. There are people who have proven to us that like it can be done without a degree. Um
Of course.
yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah, there's transferable skills in any degree, as Oz just said.
What do you think, Joseph? Though.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. That I feel like there's room for everybody, degree or no degree, right? But
True.
uh, yeah, that's just how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Hmm. I
Oz,
don't
what do
know,
you
you
do?
know.
Pardon me. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Nah.
Sorry. Did
You,
somebody
oh, I can't.
somebody ask me a question?
Yeah, yeah, I was asking what do you do? By the way, I can't see you. It's fine
Oh,
though. Okay.
say. Nah,
Yeah.
I'm occupied in it. Sorry, literally, I'm
No,
so
no, you're
Right.
good.
I
Sorry, I thought your camera was on my fault.
nah, it's all good. Right now, I mean, I'm quite young, so I don't really want to put a label on myself. But as it stands right
right.
now, for what people kind of want me for, what they kind of expect from me, I'm a stylist and a creative consultant at the moment. Reason being is because I don't want to say I don't want to say I'm a creative director, because I feel like there's a certain level that you have to get to and able to reference
Right.
yourself
Yeah.
as a creative director. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be, as much as Virgil said, oh, like kind of speak into existence, putting your bio that you're a creative director of the small brand that you started. But in my opinion, it's like I want to respect the process, because it's
Facts.
not
Yeah.
the future. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of just I'm a creative consultant, because I feel like that's just a way for me to learn. Like if somebody says, okay, I'm gonna do this project and I need your consultation on what you would think. That's basically you having a conversation with the person and kind of just going over ideas and seeing which one's cooler. Like it sounds like a really long process, but it's not anything crazy. It's really just to help yourself. That's literally what I do. And
So
obviously,
you're like a
I
visionary,
love
is what you're
that.
saying.
In a way, yeah. So I'm in a way like I'm a visionary for everything broader in the consultation aspect, and then just in fashion, that's the reason why I'm a stylist as of right now.
Okay, all
So
right,
yeah,
all right.
I love
so
that.
actually,
I love that. You know what? I think we should all probably have that approach of like earning our role.
yeah,
Uh, Also, I
Yeah,
feel
and
like
your role, yeah.
But I hate that though.
maybe
But
you
like,
guys,
but
maybe
you
one
could.
second, maybe you guys
Uh,
feel this like I feel like some roles are like fetishized. Like I don't know how to explain this. It's like it's like the sexy thing to call yourself a creative director.
yeah.
Yeah,
I get that so much. I understand
And
that.
it's
yeah.
like if we all do that, then the work the role of a creative director just means less
yeah,
if
it
we
means
all do
less.
it.
It
Yeah,
basically means
it
nothing
means
because you
less.
haven't achieved that. You're not there yet. You
Yeah.
know.
It
Yeah,
might even be
Yeah.
detrimental to your brand to put that on yourself too early.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because then people feel like, what is he talking about?
yeah. That's literally why I was talking about the whole like how because I mean again when you kind of reference also the time that Virgil was in, everything was kind of like it was like a renaissance in a way because it was like okay well we've taken hype but how far can hype take you, and he took the hype to the heights. So it's a thing where it's like his whole analogy of oh if you put creative director it just meant so much more back then, but now that we've had so many like there's just so much happening, it's like I feel like sometimes there's got to be a level of respect in certain roles. Like they just have
Yeah.
to respect, like because people kind of will take that, look at it, fetishize it, and look at it as cool, and call themselves a creative director. And then when somebody asks them to go on set, they're like, "Well, my job was just to have a conversation." So you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it's like it's kind of like it's a lot. It's scattered all over the place. That's why I've just tried to take the traditional approach and just kind of wait my turn before I can say, okay, I'm
Yeah.
a director.
But don't you
Yeah.
think like okay, cool? But don't you think constantly telling yourself you're a creative director is gonna basically get you there though?
Um, again, very very arguable. Like speaking things into existence is cool,
Yeah.
but just being smart is another thing because as much as you'll tell yourself you're a creative director,
You
sometimes
know,
it will drive you into avenues that like they just got to be a with fashion. Think of it like a cheese board. Like you have to kind of get that fine taste. Like it has to be a very specific fine taste. Like you can't try and jump in and make aged cheese because aged cheese doesn't exist. You have to let it age. It's like
Yeah.
you will never ever get the same taste. And if you rush it, you're always gonna have something that you very very distant from what you could have had if you just waited. So I
yeah.
feel like waiting and like pleading out your time, understanding and really absorbing the boring parts will take you much further than just putting I'm a creative director trying to do that role when you
Yeah.
realize if I was just this before I was that, those two things would have linked and I would have been in somewhere that I would have never been in.
I
You know what I
agree
mean?
with that.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like
that
calling
makes sense.
yourself a
That makes sense.
it's like call, it's like calling yourself a connoisseur of cheese too early after you've like tried cheese once.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
nah,
a
Uh
good one.
True,
and
true,
like
true.
it's like yeah, like if you call yourself a if you give yourself the role like too early, then essentially you're starting at the end of the road. Whereas if you have that as a goal instead, then it's more so something you're building towards. And especially if you like call yourself a creative director, now you put it in your bio and then what? Right? Then you get
You gotta
complacent
live
because
up
it's
to
like,
you basically gotta live up to it.
yeah, exactly that. Like
You
just
gotta live up
that
to it.
you guys are getting it perfect. Like you just have to live up to it, literally. That.
You have to live
yeah.
up to it. And if you don't, then you're just gonna feel like a failure, you know? It's like
Mm,
it's weird. You basically rush the process, isn't it? Like you skipped a couple of steps.
yeah,
Yeah.
I get that. I get that.
yeah. Like you know, as much as like it's kind of glorified, like yeah, like like
It's a big name to put on yourself. I would say
yeah,
it's
yeah,
a huge log to
Yeah.
put on your back, and you basically gotta hold it down. And if you don't hold it down, you're like, what did I do? But the meeting ends in 10 minutes, guys. But Ards, you came a bit late, right? So I will
yeah.
ask you, what do you think? What do you think of sustainable fashion or slow fashion? What do you think about it? What's your opinion
I
on
think slow fashion is
it?
probably. I mean, again, slow and fast fashion, at one point in society, they weren't words.
Yeah, of course,
Fashion
of course, of
was
course.
fashion was fashion, and clothes were clothes. Like it wasn't a sense of I'm gonna go and get a I'm gonna go and get a jacket with cut skeleton from down the road. Like you had to go and get that made. So I don't believe in fast fashion at all. I feel like it's kind of rotting people's idea of what it means to actually wear a garment and respect a garment. So it's kind of just dropping what I don't know what you reference slow. It's kind of dropping the margins of slow and increasing fast. And all fast will bring you is quick responses and quick results. And quick results is just a lot of waste. It's just a lot of waste. I mean, apart from waste as in material wise, waste mentally, it just wastes. Like if somebody looks at like if you bring somebody who buys from Shein and Zara and is okay with that and just buys heaps of things just because it's on trend, if you take them to Carol Christian Paul and just tell them, okay, have a conversation with him and see why his clothes are cool, they wouldn't be able to last 10 minutes because they're just rotted with this whole thing of like
Yeah,
trend, fast, cheap, have now. Like
yeah,
there's no like respect. Same thing with like the whole thing about like creative director. There's not really like a respect anymore
Yeah.
in creative society as of right now. I mean, as I'm seeing it right now, like the people who have the respect and the people who are doing big things, they came from a different generation and had to wait until they were 25 or onwards.
yeah.
Like the people who are young doing it now,
Now
you're
some of
getting
them
your.
even got the job like in their 40s.
What I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Like it's like I don't think fast fashion at all is in any way was it ever going to be a good idea. I mean, in terms of for kind of buyers' comfort and for the company that's going to capitalize off that, maybe that's a good thing for them. But for me, it's a waste of resources. It's a waste of money.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make any sense to me. Like people, and it's just gonna make it. It's gonna make everything worse. Like everybody wants to have the Rolex and the Lambo truck,
Yeah. Of course. Of
and
course.
but some people are gonna understand you need to work for that, and other people won't be able. Like they don't have the patience to settle
They want to
until
do
they
the
have
quick
it.
way, they want to do the quick
Yeah,
way
they
and
want to do
then
the quick way.
sell and buy.
So when you look at a Vivienne Westwood jacket from 2006 that was crafted by Mohair, and you look at a Mohair print on really, 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 really cheap denim, the man will just like your man. It will just naturally form because everybody thinks that way, type of thing. So I feel like that's definitely wrong in my opinion. Like fast fashion and stuff is just wrong. It's wrong to me, 100%.
No, I get it, I get it. I mean, I think we're all on the same page.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page. But now me and Madani did talk about the like the Zara and the Shein stuff earlier on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like with them, that's basically what they're made for that. That's what they do, you know. And there's nothing wrong with that. But that's not something that someone with a whole creative director name would want to do,
100.
basically.
Like you can't explore enough. Like with like Zara, there's just it didn't come from anything. Like
Yeah.
it's not, and it's not like
There's
they
nothing
put.
behind it, basically.
Yeah, and it's not like they put for the people in their t-shirts because that's really not what they do. They just
Yeah.
sell you whatever it is that they think will give sales.
Yeah.
And they keep in mind just because of the way the store's shaped and the music's played and the white lighting, you make yourself it feels like you're in such a like okay, like this is okay. But in reality, like you would walk into that shop and want to buy something, but would you walk into the factory? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, would you
Yeah.
walk into the factory and
True,
start
true.
buying like you see all this stuff on hangers, but would you walk into the factory
And
like and
see how
start
it's
buying
being
from the
made.
factory? Yeah,
You see
like
how it's being made, yeah.
you would rather like, and that's another way of how I think about it. Like people be so fast to go into Zara and start dropping bags, but if you go into a factory there and then you go into like a factory in Japan that's not even a factory, a man makes hand stitching.
Yeah,
Which one would you rather buy from after watching the factory process? Like,
true.
it's quite self-explanatory.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's fine. I get that. I get that. Of
But
Yeah.
people don't want to watch that. So what can we do?
course. But I do think, it's quite subjective and then it's like they also have their people. There's people that just don't care. They just want to wear what's out there. They just want to wear something that, they've seen a video of someone say on TikTok, oh, there's this cool piece Zara. It's nice, and they just want to get it because someone said that. Do you get what I mean? Most of the
Mm,
time, people don't really even fuck with what they're seeing is because they see basically everyone going for it.
mm.
Trend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like it's a trend
yeah,
thing. Like I've
yeah.
never had Pinterest like ever. I don't think it's in my phone. I don't think I've ever had Pinterest because
Why is that?
What?
Me
yeah,
neither, bro.
I've never ever like I've never had.
That's
Okay, okay, I wanna hear the explanation because I
yeah, me
do
too.
use it quite a lot. As in when I wanna, let's say, I only use it when I need a picture for something. Like let's say I don't know, like I wanna see like
Mood
an
board.
inspo, like yeah, like an inspo for a tattoo or something, and I'll just
Mm.
look up and see what it is.
Nah, I've never ever had Pinterest in my life. Never. I've never had
Bro,
an account. I've
I
never
don't
had an account.
know.
I feel exactly the same. It's like buying other people's swag, but it's also like you're being fed the same inspiration as everyone else. Also, that thing about people selling stuff on TikTok Shop and only buying it because of the trend. Like, bro, like we're not a hive mind. Like we don't have to wear what everyone else is wearing. It's not
Yeah,
like you're allowed to express yourself with how you
yeah,
wear with what you wear. And I don't know, there's a difference between expressing yourself and trying to fit in. Like, yeah.